What's up, guys? It's Bobo Jones. Please forgive me if I don't sound that great, but I wanted to ride with my visor open. It's so unbelievably nice out. So today I wanted to talk about kind of the scariest part of motorcycling and how it's not actually what you might think. I mean, when you're riding on your bike, you're in pure bliss. Very few things besides maybe hanging out with my wife make me happier than, just being out here in the mountains and riding, and either hard riding, and technical riding, or like I am now, just cruising. There you go. My visor was like, close your visor, Dan. It's too fucking loud. And I've been talking to a lot of my friends lately, and it's funny, it always comes up that, you're not scared when you're riding, and you're not scared when somebody does something stupid. Maybe you're scared in the moment if somebody, if a car does something stupid, and, but more than that, you're really angry when that happens. And then actually, I was talking to my friend who just had a kid, and had a second kid, actually, and decided at that point to sell his bike. Not for any major reason, other than it wasn't like oh, I have kids, I have to be responsible now. But you have this fear, or at least I and many of my friends do, when you ride a bike, and this fear is around. It comes up when you're not riding. Actually, it comes up a lot of times for me when I'm lying in bed and getting ready for bed. And you're alone, and you're thinking about, just how vulnerable you are out here riding your bike. And that's when you start kind of doing these equations in your mind of obviously if you get in a car crash versus a bike crash, you're a billion times more likely to die if you're in a bike crash. And for obvious reasons. And so you start thinking about, well, is it worth it? You do this kind of is it worth it equation of, putting your life at risk versus, having the ridiculous enjoyment that comes with riding a bike. And those are the times that for me, I get the most scared about riding a bike, because, I think of everything I have in my life, my wife, my job, all the experiences I haven't had yet. And, that's when I get really, truly scared about riding a motorcycle, and when I start thinking wait, what am I doing? And so I could see how, people say, well, what does it matter? If you have a wife, what? Oh, so it's okay to die for her, but it's not okay to die if you have kids also? And that's not the point. That's not the point at all. The point is that equation of is it worth it starts building and building onto the no, it's not worth it side. The more responsibilities you have, and the more people that are depending on you in your life. So I can imagine when you have your second kid, that equation just becomes unstable, and he started getting so, I think, depressed about it, and with the equation going so much on the side of no, it's not worth it, that for him he just had to stop, because that kind of sucks the enjoyment out of it, right? If you're always worried and thinking about your kids when you're riding, that kind of kills the fun out of it. And I know, yes, you could say, okay, well, why not just ride in safe conditions? And yeah, I get that. And honestly, in his case, I don't think I personally would have gotten rid of my bike. I think I would have very much changed my riding habits. I know, I'm hoping to have a kid in the next year or two. And when that happens, I'm obviously going to get a car, because I need a car to take the kid. I do want to get a Golf R though, so I'm going to get a fast car, but so that I can still do track days and stuff with it and come out here in the canyons with it. But I'm definitely going to change my riding. I'm not going to do any more kind of daily riding with my bike at that point. I'm not going to be riding in rush hour anymore. I'm not going to be riding on the highway unless I'm coming out here. So I'm definitely going to minimize my risk when that happens. And I think I'll generally ride safer. And I think in the back of my mind, when we all make those decisions of, oh, should I split now? Or, oh, should I pass this guy? There's always this kind of risk equation. I think my risk equations in those cases will be a little bit more on the side of caution. And so little things like that will definitely change, but it's really interesting when I talk to friends and they say, no, I'm most scared when I'm sitting in my bed at night and thinking about, you know, how actually dangerous this, you know, this hobby is. So I'm interested to see what you guys think and if you agree, and if you have those moments when you're sitting at home alone, or I don't know, it doesn't happen when I talk to people. When people say, oh, motorcycling is so dangerous, again, I know somebody who died. I don't get scared, I get angry, and I'm like, well, fuck you. You know what I mean? You can die a million different ways. But I do get scared when I'm just thinking about it, and you know, you have those kind of meditative moments when you're by yourself and you're contemplating things, and for me, that's definitely the scariest time. So anyway, interested to hear what you guys think. Interested to hear if you've changed your habits based on like kind of family situation things. I can't see past this guy's car at all, so I will not pass him. Anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to keep enjoying these mountains, but something to think about. I think it's really interesting when we talk about how motorcycles are scary, that really the scary part is when you're not riding them. So yeah, that's it for me. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, if you agree, if you're never scared when you're alone by yourself, or how you kind of view this, how you kind of view motorcycling in general. And that's it for me, guys. All right, this is Bobo Jones, going to focus on his ride, do his best to not hurt himself. Saying, arrivederci, have a good one, guys. Please ride safe, and keep safe for you and everyone you love. All right, toodaloo.